Hello everyone, it's Mark Shalero, the owner of MS Classic Cars, and today we're doing our full presentation video on this gorgeous 1968 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 that's going to be selling with no reserve on an upcoming Bring a Trailer online auction. In the background, this vehicle is also going to be selling simultaneously back-to-back on Bring a Trailer with no reserve. We will be doing a walk-around presentation of this vehicle as well. If you are into this, make sure to stay tuned for that video. Back to this gorgeous car here, again, selling with no reserve. If anybody that doesn't know, MS Classic Cars only collects #1 and #2 condition show quality inventory. We specialize in first-generation Camaros that have been certified by expert Jerry MacNeish of Camaro High Performance. He has been here countless times. Again, he is the authority in the Camaro world to make sure that these vehicles are being represented as what they are. So again, that certification report and certificate is included. Again, for anybody who does not know, MS Classic Cars takes great pride in servicing every vehicle that we sell. We document the work with an invoice. We go through these cars for the service with the detail, so the new owner has nothing to do when these vehicles get dropped off with the enclosed trailers, which I assist in the shipping aspect of it. We even cover them with plastic so they arrive to your doorstep as clean as they left our showroom. So let's get a little bit closer to this car here and go over some of these details. Again, this is a beautiful car that I'm very excited about. Jerry MacNeish did the certification on August 15th of 2024. Again, the report is included. In 1968, only 7,199 Z28s were produced. This car was built in Norwood, Ohio, and as the NCRS shipping data report documents, the official GM production date of this car was May 15th, 1968. As the original trim tag indicates, it was originally painted from the factory in this very desirable and sexy color of British green. It has white racing stripes, a black interior, gorgeous color combination. The original delivery dealer was Dorwin Chevrolet, located in East Hartford, Connecticut, right in New England. As outlined in the article written by Hemmings Muscle Machines magazine, which was published in January of 2020, this car spent its whole life in Connecticut until it was purchased by MS Classic Cars. Obviously, it was the product of a complete rotisserie nut and bolt restoration. The owner of this car contacted Norm Meads, who works directly with Jerry MacNeish, that the car was going to be coming up for sale, and MS Classic Cars jumped on the opportunity to purchase it. And as I had said earlier, all the cars that we sell here are in #1, #2 condition. My opinion of this particular vehicle is this falls into the #1 condition category, okay? We've owned some of the best 67s, 68s, and 69s in the world. We've had cars that have achieved the Legend certification through the Camaro Nationals in all of those years. This is that type of caliber car. Sometimes, as good as these videos are, or the pictures are, you don't really know how nice something is until you see it in person. This car is better in person than it is in the photos or video. So let's walk around the car starting from the front. And again, I'm going to use my LED flashlight here, and all that I'm really looking to do is just point out any imperfections, again, so the new buyer feels confident when they are bidding on this car. So look at the hood here. Again, the paint work is phenomenal on this car. The hood has great gap lines. And when I'm talking about gap lines, I'm talking about the lines here, not only the distance from the fenders, but I'm also talking about how high the hood sits in relation to the fenders. It fits perfectly. I mean, you really couldn't do a better job with that. Again, I don't see any imperfections on here worth mentioning. Even the top sides of the fenders are gorgeous. The guys did a complete paint correction on this car when it was in our detail room. as they do to every vehicle. They do outstanding work. I would say if you catch the light right, this is not a scratch, it's just a little spot in the clear coat. Again, I'm being ultra fussy. You might not even see it in the camera, but I just wanted to mention that. Down here, the grille is in beautiful condition. The bumpers are in excellent condition, both front and back. It's got the T3 headlights that are correct for this car. From the information I've gathered, I would probably say that half of the parts on this car were NOS OEM parts. Unfortunately, I don't have a list of all the parts individually, so I can't tell you what is or what isn't, but I did want to reference that. In regards to this front fender here on the driver's side, look at this depth of this paint. Gorgeous metallic. For anybody who hasn't seen British green in person, it's stunning. Look at these gaps. Outstanding gaps. Fender trim is beautiful. It's got the correct Goodyear wide tread GT tires. These are new. It does have the correct date-coated wheels. Trim rings obviously are in beautiful condition. The lower rocker molding down there is outstanding. We get up here, this front windshield has been replaced new. All the stainless has been restored or replaced. It fits beautifully. The drip rails are gorgeous on this car. Again, look at these gaps. Perfect. Brand new mirror. Again, I'm going to get down here. I haven't really found one imperfection yet. Sometimes there's just a couple pieces of dust here and there. But look at these gaps on this door. See how they don't even really hang on the bottom? Just stunning. The way this opens and closes too. Hear it click. Look at it. Shuts beautifully. Again, lines up nice. When you look at the interior here, and again, I'll open this door, and again, you can see photos on our website at msclassiccars.com of this complete interior, but the entire interior of this car is in excellent condition. Everything has been restored. The headliner is super tight, fits great. Not always the case with these cars. The sun visors have been replaced, the rear view mirror, the dash pad is absolutely beautiful. The steering wheel is new. I think we actually replaced that at MS Classic Cars when we did the service. You can see that on our invoice. The entire dash, all the gauges, all the switches, the pedals, the door panels, the seats, the carpeting, right down to the mats. Everything is brand spanking new. Again, this interior, I would say, falls into that #1 condition category. It just is a stunning car. Looking at the roof. And again, if you see something in the camera that might look like a chip, and I don't say it is, it's because it's dust. Okay, sometimes with the air conditioning on, we get a little bit of dust in the showroom. It's inevitable, but this is flawless. Look at the rear quarters. Look at how tight the stainless is back here. Stunning. Gonna get down here, just look at the rear quarter. I have not yet found one imperfection other than what I had mentioned in the clear coat earlier in the hood. Again, I'm being really fussy. Look at the detail in there. Look at how beautiful this all is. The inner fenders, this trim, again, tires, trim rings, stunning. Making our way around the back. This is also really, really nice right here. Glass was all replaced new. They re-stamped it just to show the correct factory stampings, soft fray. Rear deck lid is in beautiful shape. Right here, again, you have to catch it at the right light. In the clear coat, there's a little tiny imperfection there. I don't know if you can see that, but again, it's so small, really not noticeable unless you catch it in the right light. Rear panel here is in beautiful shape. Everything on this car, bumpers, taillight bezels, lenses, everything was replaced or restored. I left the key in here just so we could show you the trunk area. Look at how nice this is. Doesn't get much better than this. Look at the body work in here. Okay, look at the back side of the trunk lid. All the stickers. Again, stunning condition here. The back side here, absolutely beautiful. Make our way over to the passenger side. You can see where these body lines are still stunning throughout. I could only imagine how much money was invested in the body work in this car. Looking again at the rear passenger quarter, I think we found our first pin-sized chip right there. Okay? Look at the lines. For anybody who's a stickler with bodywork, they will be very impressed with this car. Again, I don't see anything worth mentioning. Drip rails are beautiful on the passenger side as well. Lines really nice, the quarter and the door. These line up. I wouldn't say perfect, I would say really, really close. But super, super nice. Again, check out the condition of these. I know it's hard, again, with the pictures, with the video. You can't really tell how nice something is unless you see it in person, but take our word for it. This car is stunning. Again, look at these drip rail moldings. Look at how tight the stainless is throughout. The gap lines here are really nice. Again, I'll open and close this door for you. See how nice that opened? Look, just beautiful. Look at this. In that box there, I wrote on there, it's the original steering box. Needs to be rebuilt. We actually opted to replace it when we serviced the car, so we included it for the new owner. Look at these door panels. Brand new. Everything is new. Anything that I shine my flashlight on just reeks of newness. Even the door sills. Look at the door sills. These plates. Beautiful condition. Check this out. I don't know if you can get this with the camera, but look at how nice these door jambs are. Every single piece of rubber, the vents, strikers. Look at this in here. It's gorgeous. Seats are firm, beautiful upholstery work, seat belts, everything. Windshield again is new. All the glass, by the way, door glass, quarter glass, that's all new as well. I don't see one imperfection on this door. I would describe this vehicle to somebody as near flawless. And coming from me, you can bank on that. Look at the quality of this paintwork. Again, all the emblems are brand new. There wasn't one piece of this car that wasn't touched. Again, original VIN tag, original trim tag. It does have the original VIN number stamped in the cowl. A lot of people don't know, but behind here, underneath, and then Jerry's report, he verified that is the original VIN stamp in the cowl as well. So I would say that this car has a lot of its original sheet metal. I know the roof, I know the doors, I know the fenders. I would not say all the original sheet metal, but again, it is super straight. The paint is high show quality. And again, I would say about half of the parts in this car, from what I've gathered, are NOS or OEM. The other parts obviously are reproduction. Now let's finish this with the hood here. Open it up so you can see this engine compartment. I've been doing this for a long time, over 25 years. As I mentioned earlier, I've owned some of the best first generation Camaros in the world. I'm very proud of that. This engine compartment is as good as it gets. Again, this car falls into the #1 condition category. When you look at the installation, you look at the firewall and how beautiful of a job they did in between the firewall and the cowl area. Every single screw, every bolt, the wiper motor, the booster, the master cylinder, all the inner fenders are done in the correct shade of black. The radiator support, all the stickers, the shroud. It has a Delco battery topper. Again, this engine, look at the detail work. This engine was replaced under warranty in November of 1968. The Hemmings article that was done references that. The original owner on this car was contacted and found by the previous owner in Connecticut. He verified that the original engine back in 1968, when the car was only a few months old, had an engine oil leak, which was very normal. So the dealership replaced the engine that was original with this warranty replacement block. And again, that was in November of 1968. I believe that was like 57 years ago. So this engine has really been the engine that has been in this car really from the beginning. So even though it's not original matching numbers, it has been with this car most of its entire life. You can see how beautiful the orange paint is on the block, the intake, you know, the correct style chrome valve covers and air cleaner. Even the exhaust manifolds are outstanding. We had the engine out of this car at MS Classic Cars. When we do our service work, sometimes it's easier just to pull the engines out, go through everything, put everything back the way that we like them to be, and that's exactly what we did here with this car. This car is coupled to the original Muncie 4-speed transmission and the original 12-bolt rear end. So it does have its original transmission and its original rear end. It is an outstanding car. In the world of 1968 Camaro Z28, you don't find many that are restored to this caliper. When you think about it, they only made 7,199 cars. How many of those cars are still left on the road today? How many of those cars were born this beautiful color, green, and how many of these cars were restored to this condition? And with all that owner history, this is just such a great opportunity. So let's wrap it up and say this. Please check this car out on our website at msclassiccars.com. Highlights, description, 200 plus photos. We have tons of videos on this car. Corey has done little videos that we've posted on social media. We have this walk around video. We have gotten hundreds of thousands of views on this car. We're very excited about it. And the part that's the most exciting for you watching it, as I mentioned earlier, it's selling on an upcoming Bring a Trailer online auction with no reserve. Everybody has a chance to win. The car bidding will start at 0. High bid wins. It doesn't get any simpler than that. So if you are not a member of Bring a Trailer, register to bid. It's super easy. It's fun. It's exciting. And hopefully when it's over, you will go home with this amazing car. So I appreciate you watching this video here. I would ask that you sign up for our VIP newsletter email. It is the best way to follow us. Please follow us on social media. We really appreciate your interest. If you don't end up winning this car, we look forward to earning your business in the future. And as always, rock and roll.